Welcome to another edition here of the Preseason Coaches Show here on Friday nights in Carolina. If you haven't yet, go hit our follow and like buttons on Instagram as well as Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more content. Today, I'm joined by the newly named head coach at EA Laney High School, Coach Lucas Little. Coach Little, how are you doing today?
Doing good, Brandon. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir, and we appreciate you for joining. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on the coaching job at Laney High School. Unfortunately, it's been a long one, as you and I were just talking about. So tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us how it's been the transition of joining Laney High School staff.
It's been, besides the COVID deal, it's been an easy transition. We've spent a lot of time, my family, down in Southeast North Carolina, and getting back down here, it feels like home. We're only about 45 minutes away from my family and my wife's family. So, it was the perfect, COVID, I hate to say COVID hit at the perfect time, but it hit right after we got here, and it was good that we were already down here around family and not, all the way across the state. So it's been a good transition.
Definitely. With Laney High School last year, unfortunately, had a 2-8 record and 2-5. Moving to your era now as the head coach, what are some of the key points you're looking forward to building this team up to having a few winning seasons?
I think all the pieces are there. We've had workouts since July when our county led us, and just this past week we had right around 62 varsity players at workouts. So the numbers are good. Plenty of athletes. Had about 70 freshmen come out back in the summer when we kick stuff up. So, that administration has been great. My principal's been great. My AD's been. It's been good. And the kids have shown up. They've worked hard, and those are all the things you need to get things going in the right direction.
Absolutely. So you mentioned earlier about handling COVID and moving in that perfect time frame, as so to speak, and being able to get with your athletes. Going into this 2021 spring season, if you've taken a look at the schedule, what are some of the games that stand out to you as your first year head coach, as well as some of the athletes you're looking forward to see on the field?
The big thing is we got since we're now just playing a conference schedule, our week 2, 3, and 4 is huge. I mean, we go to the top three. Not go to, but we play the top 3 teams back to back with West Brunswick, New Hanover, and Hoggard, 2, 3, and 4, week 2, 3, and 4. So, we got to – I've told the kids over and over, we got to kind of come out the gate swinging, and there's no preseason. There's no feel our way around. So, we've kind of held them to the fire pretty much since October as far as holding kids accountable, finding, mental toughness in the kids, seeing who we can depend on. Because like I said, we can't wait till week 3 like normally. Normally you go through 2 or 3 non-conference games and, your team starts molding itself. Well, we're having to do that now without playing and do some other things to figure out, who are the quitters, who are the tough ones, who are the leaders, that type deal. And kids have responded well.
Absolutely. Coach, one final question here on the show. 2020, the realignment from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association has been released for the 2021 through 2026 season. Tell us your thoughts and opinion going forward as becoming the newly named head coach for next fall going into 2026. Tell me how that would, your thoughts and opinions that how you feel about it, and as well as if it might affect Laney at all.
Where we are in the state, it really doesn't. It's hard to. I guess we're one of the ones that messes up everything because there's no other 4A schools besides our conference, close to us. Same way with West Brunswick, down there in Charlotte. I mean, if you didn't have a split conference, they would be traveling, hour and a half for conference games. And I just think there ought to be some way the state can either have a football only conference or maybe, you play teams in your area as your conference, but then you realign again for playoffs, maybe go to 5 classifications for playoffs and use those max prep rankings. I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to that stuff, but it is hard to do a 5A throughout the state, just because of the travel you would have in your minor sports. You know, we were trying to find non-conference games for 2021 the fall, and you know, we got to go all the way to Greenville or you know, Richmond County, Scotland, to find 4A schools. You know, that's a long ways, and I'd hate to know that we had to put together you know, we got 2,300 kids, had to put together a 5A conference with us. You know, we'd be going all the way to Raleigh. So it's a tough deal. But I think there should be an easier way to maybe divide up the playoffs more, and not just, you know, the conference or the regular season.
Absolutely. And I'll even add one final question here, Coach. We said that this is your first year, which congratulations on getting the head coaching job. You mentioned the tough and grit of your team coming into this year, practicing, battling with COVID protocols and regulations. If you had a message going forward, not only for your fan base of E.A. Laney High School, but even some of the teams out there you're about to face in conference, what is your message going forward for Laney High School football?
We're going, you know, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun playing. We're going to have fun practicing, and we're going to be fighters. You know, and we're going to expect to win. You know, I've told the kids over and over, there's no excuse for being a new coach, a first-year coach here now. I've been here almost a year now. I'm still undefeated.
Right.
But coming, you know, going into February, I've been here a year, you know, and the biggest thing with a new program is getting to know the kids, like I talked about earlier. Who are your leaders? Who are your fighters? Who you can depend on? And I've been here, you know, being here a year without playing a game, I've been able to find that out. And you know, I've told the kids we don't have any excuses. I mean, you know, our goal should be to win the conference.
Definitely. Guys, Lucas Little here from E.A. Laney High School out of the wonderful city of Wilmington, North Carolina. Coach Little, thank you for joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing the Buccaneers on the football field.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.